I look to my left, and there's a woman. She's pumping gas. And there's another woman coming out of the gas station. There's a guy that pulls up in a truck. And I was like, quiet night. And like off in the distance, this guy's like talking to himself, like loud. And I was like, the hell is that? I'm thinking like he's drunk, he's homeless, whatever, which he was. So he starts hassling people, and I was just like, here we go. So he starts hassling the woman that was by the gas pump. He's like, hey, let me get some change. Instead of forth. She's like, no, no, she's like, oh dear heavens, no, get away from me. I was like, well, this is not gonna go good for her. So he leaves her alone. He smacks the car. He's like, and I was just like, oh Lord, here you go. So he's about to walk up on the guy that just got out of the truck. The guy looked at him like, and he backed away. I was like, all right, by this time, like halfway in between my car and the actual gas station door. So I go to the door, go inside, get my favorite candy, Sour Patch Kids, go to the register, pay for my gas and candy, stuff the candy in my back pocket. As I'm walking towards my car, another car pulls up. This woman hops out, gets gas, pays for her gas at the pump. The guy comes over, like, hey man, get some change. She was like, nah, man, I ain't got no change. So he looks at her like, you lying, I know you lying. He steps back and walks away. So he stumbles and he does this. And he looks up and we made eye contact. I was like, I didn't mean make eye contact. So he makes eye contact. So at this point in time, I have the gas pump in my car, but I'm standing behind it. So my car is facing the gas station, but I'm standing at the quarter panel of the car, like at an angle. So I'm standing there and he's like maybe 12 feet away from my car, like the front end of my car. And he's like, hey man, you got change? I look at him, I was like, sorry, homie, I ain't got no change on me. I don't carry cash or change. He was like, I know you lying, nigga. I was like, he comes over here and decides to hassle me and just get on me. I'm like, come on, bro. So we're going back.
So what about the other lady?
Exactly. I wanted to say that in my mind. I was thinking, I was like LeBron, like everybody else. So he's there just talking, I'm at that point in time, I messed up because I was like, all right, I tell myself I gotta be aware, I gotta be this, that, and the fourth. So he's sitting there just running his mouth and I'm pumping gas and I zoned out and I'm just like, why is this dude still talking to me? I look up and he's within so I'm at the rear quarter panel, he's at the front quarter panel. So we're looking at each other across the hood of the car at an angle. So I'm just like, if he wants to run around, he could have theoretically done that. So I'm like, I looked up kind of shocked. I was like, whoa, that was quick. So I was like, hey, bro, I ain't got no change for him, man. You can go ahead and go somewhere else. And I was like, this is going to be an interesting situation because he moved to the driver's side door, the driver door. And I was just like, I was done pumping gas. So he's like, he goes from like, it's something flipped in his mind. He goes from, hey, you got change to, hey, motherfucker, give me change. I was like, well, now this is an interesting situation.
Let me just flip the switch on you, bro.
Something flipped the switch. I guess he got tired of asking numerous people, and I was just like, I was that unlucky person. So at this time, I had my pistol back from Portsmouth Police, so that was a good thing. And I actually bought a holster for it. It was inside the waistband. So I was just like, all right, I'm set. I'm good to go. If I have to blast this dude, I'm good. I didn't want to. So I'm sitting there. Me and him, I was like, look, bro, just chill out. I'm about to get in my car. I'm about to go home. So my mind thinking like I should get in the passenger side door, jump over and just skirt off on his ass. If he breaks the window, I can just, pop. Or if I have to, just draw and like, hey, go away. So we're going back and forth. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm thinking like this is going on way longer than it should have. Like, dude, go away. You're homeless. You're drunk. Get some water from, get a cup of free water at the gas station and just go, beat it. Go on somewhere. So he starts, like I said, somebody flipped the switch in his brain. He was like, hey, give me money and this, that, and the fourth. And I was like, bro, I literally said, I was like, sir, leave me alone. Normally I'd be like, yo, going back and forth with him, matching his attitude. I was like, sir, at the point in time, it was just like, all right, I'm tired. I'm drained. I just want to eat this candy in my pocket. I just want to go home. So I was like, sir, please just go away. So he starts inching around the car. And I was just like, oh, the gas pump had already been up. I was actually in the process of like turning the cap and closing the gas tank. So I'm like, I stopped for a second. I was like, sir, just leave me alone. Just go away. was like, if you're having a bad day, go somewhere else. So he starts moving around the car, and I'm matching him. So he's moving, and I'm like, all right. It's like, so we made one rotation around the car, and like
he was like following you around the car
following
at
me
this
around the
point.
car, talking shit the whole time, mother effer,
Just
just the whole time. And
wow.
as I'm going for the door, he like literally, I was just like, whoa, I was like, hey, you coming up a little bit too fast, partner. So he literally bolts around the car as I go for the door. And I was just like, all right. So I was like, all right, whoa. I was like, sir, calm down. I don't want to do this. I said I don't want to do this at least 7, 8 times. So I was like, sir, I don't want to do this. Sir, leave me alone. Like, sir, I don't want to do this. I was like, I don't have any change for you, sir. If I did, I would give you a little bit, but I don't have any change. So after I kept saying, sir, I don't want to do this, sir, leave me alone. I'm trying to go home. It got to the point where like I have to assert, I have to be assertive. I'm like, look, if you don't stop following me around my vehicle, I will shoot you, and it will be self-defense. So he again a switch flipped in his head, and he went from 10 to freaking 50, and I was just like, what is wrong with this guy? Was he on drugs or something? Is he like hopped up on some type of drug or whatever? I know he's drunk. I could smell it off his body.
Yeah.
And so he's just going back and forth, and he stops and says, he's like, motherfucker, I can kill you. I was like, oh no. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna be a good night at all. It's just like it's about to be horrible night. And after he said that, we both paused, and I was just like, I still had the gun. I was just like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, can you take this man's life, or will you just continue to walk around the car like fucking musical chairs? And I was just like, what is going on? Like, first the home invasion, now this. I was like, what is going on? The whole time this is happening, no one says a thing. The people are coming in, like the gas pumps. The guy
you got a gun out, and people are just still coming and going like no big deal.
It's a movie. The guy in the truck, the guy that got out of the pickup truck. I remember this. It was a Ford F-250. It was lifted. It was white and it had black huge wheels on it or whatever. The guy is walking from the gas station with a huge but a huge pop in his hand and a bag full of snacks. And he's legit like this. He's like, and I'm like, I know you fucking lying, bruh. You see me with this pistol out, and you just walk by drinking your Dr. Pibb or whatever the hell you're drinking. So everyone's going about their business. Everyone leaves the gas station. The guy in the truck leaves. 2 more people that just got gas, they just dipped. I don't think they really didn't see me. I saw them because I was moving around the car. So the guy in the truck leaves, and the gas station's a ghost town, except for the people inside. So I was just like, yo, this shit just got like, my heart literally sank. I was like, I'm probably gonna have to legit fight this guy, like hands on. But then at the same time, I'm thinking like, if I shoot him, it could or could not work in my favor. So, now I'm like walking around the car. At this time, I'm at my passenger door on the driver's side, and I'm like, he's like literally in front of me at least 10 feet. So he's going, and he says, and after he says, motherfucker, I can kill you, I was like, bro, you don't want to do this. This is not the time or the place to try to hassle somebody just because they don't want to give you change. He is like, I don't give a damn. He's like, I don't get no change. I'm gonna take your ass. I was just like, again, like, sir, I don't want to do this. So he pulls out this rusty shank knife thing. It looked like a knife that you would cut fruit with, like a paring knife. He pulls it out. It's rusty. It looked like something that if you get cut by it, you'll get like infection, and it would just be a bad
whole tetanus.
Right.
That's disgusting.
So he pulls it out,
coccus.
And this time he's one of those people that pointed it upward, like, I'm gonna cut you. So I was like, I kind of relaxed my grip when I was like, at that 10, 12 feet mark. So I was like, oh, never mind. Let me just, this is a firm grip now. So he's like, look, bro, like we can do this. He says we can do this the easy way or the hard way. And I'm just like, what? sir, I have a gun. You have a knife. I'm thinking to myself, like, he's never bring a knife to a gunfight. So he did that. And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of shook me. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? I was like, okay, Justin, calm down, calm down. So he slowly starts to inch. So 10 feet becomes 8 feet. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, sir, I do not want to shoot you. I don't. Like, I just don't. I just do not want to shoot you. And he made that move forward. And I was like, pow, pow. Literally, like, center mass. If like anybody would say that was a perfect shot group, it was just boom, boom, right then there. I was just like,
wow.
So after I shot him, he's like, he leans forward, still trying to come after me. I was just like, in my mind, do I suck as a shot? Did I miss? He's still coming after me with the knife. He collapsed like literally. So I'm at the back of the, I'm at the trunk and I move around to the gap position where I was at when I was pumping gas. And he just dropped right there. And I was now pointing down. I was like, sir, just just stay down. Just stay down, please. For the both of us, stay down. He's doing all that, I was like, sir, just relax. Just relax. After I shot him, everybody's like, oh, what's going on? Now you see a black guy with a gun, and after you shot somebody, now you want to, like, oh, what's going on? People inside, like, after I shot him, I looked up real quick and looked around. I see people in the gas station just scurrying about, and I was like, oh, I got your attention now.
People make me sick.
I was just like, oh, hello, wake up, thank you. So he's laying there, and I start to see the blood come out. At first, it was a little light red. I was like, he'll live. He literally got the strength to get up and do that. And I was just like, all right, bow, one more time. Same exact place. So it was not 2 to the chest, but it was 3. After that, he was down for the count because his legs were on the ground, but his body was laying like at this angle. So when I shot him, it went through, like, exploded off the ground and came back at him.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, he laid back down, and then the like crimson red blood started coming out, and he was just like, he dropped that rusty thing he had in his hand. He dropped it, and he went like, at first he dropped it, and he was like, and then he took like at least 6-7 breaths, and after that he was like, done. I threw up right then and there because I was just like, whoa, what? I was like, what in the actual just happened? So I threw up right in there, and then someone came out. It's like, oh my God, what did you do? What did you? I was like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, I had the gun in my hand, like, call some cops. And she, once I did like that, she's like, call cops. So cops come. This time it took a little bit longer because one of them happened. They took a little bit longer. They got there like 5-6 minutes, and I unloaded I took the magazine out, unloaded the pistol, put it on the trunk. I stepped away, and as people were coming in the gas station now, like it was out of nowhere, people were coming in the gas station. And it was like, what's going on? This guy's dead. Like huge puddle of blood. I was just like, I threw up. Got some water, threw it on my head and whatnot. Police come up, and it was like, they just, taped off the gas pumps and whatnot. They actually blocked the whole gas station so nobody could come in. And they're like, yo, so what happened? And the officer, he was like, as he's walking up to me, he was like, he looked at me, he was like, as if he knew who it was. And I looked at him, I wiped my face. I was like, who is that? He was like, he's been hassling people at every gas station within like, this block, mile, whatever. And I was just like, hey, shit. So he's like, so what happened? So I was like, look, man, I'm out here pumping gas. I go to the gas station, come out pumping gas. He's hassling people. He comes over to me. He starts hassling me. He goes from hassling to threatening. He goes from threatening verbally to pulling out, a weapon. I drew my pistol. I told him to stop. more than 10 times. He didn't listen. He advanced. I shot him twice. He jumped back up. I shot him again. And that's all she wrote. And he was like, where's the pistol at? So I was like, it's on the car. Magazine's out. Pistol is unloaded. He was like, all right. Other officer came up. She was talking to me. I didn't get cuffed this time. This time I didn't get cuffed. So I was like, I was happy I didn't need handcuffs. So they go into the gas station, both of them. I was sitting there talking to a third guy, telling the whole story over again. So me and him are sitting there talking. They go in the gas station, look at the the camera footage. The guy was like, why did you walk around the car so many times? You could have just, he's like, I don't want to say this, but you could have just shot him right then and there. I was just like, look, man, I didn't want to kill a dude. I didn't want to go through that whole ordeal.
Yeah.
He was like, let me take it back. I didn't mean to say you to kill him, but technically he was a threat, an imminent threat. So you could have dealt with that however you felt. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But I didn't feel like taking a life, like I didn't get up like, hell yeah, who I'm going to kill today? No, I was just like, look, I just want my candy and I want my car full of gas. That's it. And he was like, honestly, it's not much we can do here. We're going to take your pistol again. You already know how that goes. I was like, yeah. You guys took it in my home invasion. I know it's going to take, you're going to take it for like, what, another 3 months? He was like, with this one, it's clear, cut, and dry. We have the footage from the security camera. We had one of the gas station attendants inside say what she saw. And I was like, look, man, just take the pistol so I can go home. So he took the pistol. I wrote down again what happened. Didn't have to go to court because he's deceased. Really much nothing that can be done at that point in time. And from that point, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just go home. Like that was literally like one of the worst car rides of my life back to home, because I was just I honestly, I started crying. I threw up again, and then I got outside of my car and I was crying. I threw up and I was just like, wow, I just took somebody's life. So I called my dad, then I had to call my mom, and she was like, what happened? I told her what happened. She was like, baby, I'm sorry. Yeah, you did what you had to do. And I was just like, yeah, man. It was just the whole situation. I was like, wow. And I just kept playing it back over and over. Literally the few weeks after that, I was just, I wouldn't say depressed, but I was just I cut myself off from, everyone. I went to, went to work, and I was just quiet. And I was like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with, Justin. He's not normally quiet. So slowly but surely, I told people what happened and whatnot. Like, wow, damn, after the home invasion, I was like, yes, after the home invasion, this happened. And it was like, damn, you just can't get your break in Virginia. I was like, no, I cannot. Usually, when I was going to get to Virginia, I thought I was going to deal with racist white folks or just racism, period. No. I had the home invasion, had to, defend myself at the gas station. It's just what, what is it? What the hell? And I'm not one of those people that has a evil vibe or a negative vibe around me. It's oh, he's easy to talk to. But then at the gas station, man, I was just this is a whole eye changer. Literally. I always thought, I can't take someone's life. It's not in me. And then my dad said, you never know, they don't say that because you never know what position you'll be put in. And I was just damn, my dad's words came true real quick. I was like, damn. It came, they came with the ambulance, the ambulance came, picked him up. The gas station people came outside with a pressure washer to, spray away the blood, because it was, the human body had a lot of blood in it, man. I was just
quarts and quarts.
Wow. And I think the thing that really messed me up for a month, a couple of weeks to a month, was the fact that, well, this time I actually had hollow points in the magazine.
Yeah.
So I've never seen anything. I've never seen a hollow point up until that point. I've never seen a hollow point expand. I've never seen a hollow point shot. or an actual human being. I've seen it in ballistic
Hmm.
jail on videos and whatnot, but actually
Sure.
seeing that, I was like, wow. Like my mind was just like it couldn't comprehend at that point in time. I was just like, wow. And I just, honestly, I still feel bad for doing what I did, but a lot of people say no, that guy, he deserved it. I wouldn't necessarily say he deserved it. I would say that he needed some probably mental and psychological help. You know,
Yeah, he needed a lot of
he was
help.
he
Unfortunately,
was
it didn't get to him soon
yeah,
enough.
he was homeless. He's homeless. He smelled like alcohol. So like I'm like every person that dies has a story to tell. So
Hmm.
I know that his story was one of like pain and misery because you're out here drunk, you're homeless, you're asking people for change. So something somewhere in your life went wrong to where it led you to that moment. And like I was like, honestly, at one point when I kept telling the story I want to do this, I started to choke up. I was like, I don't want to cry in front of this guy because then he'll take it as a sign of weakness, and then I'll actually have to shoot him because he'll probably try to jump at me. So I was just like, "Sir, I don't want to shoot you. I don't. I just don't want. Like, please, sir, just leave me alone so I can go home. You can go wherever it is you're gonna go, and that's that." But once he made that jump, I was like, "Oh, he's like legit serious." And I was like, "Come on, man!" Like I'm thinking to myself, like, "Come on, man, we got to end this, get out of the situation." I'm not running away. I'm not gonna run away from my own vehicle, which I have the keys to, and it's got gas in it. So I'm not doing that. And I was just like, if he makes a move, I will have to shoot him. Like I said, he moved pretty quick within that distance. He moved pretty quick, and as soon as his body leaned forward, he took that first step, and I was just like, bang bang. And I was like, oh man. So I when I actually shot him, and it went through. It was perfect. Well, it was perfect center mass. Like it was just through, and like I still to this day don't know how he had the strength to get up and try to make another jump because like
I don't know what he was on. Did they ever give you like a toxicology report or
I didn't
anything
give me
like
a
that? Or
toxicology report, but I got in contact with the responding officers,
Mhm.
and he was on PCP.
Okay.
So he was on PCP. Of course, he was drunk. He smelled like alcohol. So he was on PCP. He was on enough PCP to stay awake for like 36 to 48 hours.
That's
He
a long
he
time.
had he had a lot of drugs in his system, and like
And that's probably how he fought through the
yeah,
stuff and probably why he felt comfortable aggressing on a man who is clearly armed.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
he didn't like at that point in time his whatever receptors were turned off, and
Right.
he made that. It wasn't a conscious decision because clearly he was not in his right state of mind, but he made that decision to jump forward or advance
Yeah.
towards me. And I was just like, after that, I'm like, wow. And one of the officers, they were like, actually, they weren't like, what happened, this and the fourth. The female officer, she was like, hey, you gonna be all right? I was like, I think so. I think so. And she was
Yeah.
like, you might want to, wherever you work at, you might want to take some time off. I was like, yeah, I probably will.